which I've been mentioning since the beginning of the show, is a South Asian club night which is celebrating its 30th birthday, its 30th anniversary this year, and it's actually celebrating it at the Dome in Tufnell Park. I actually went to Club Carly maybe around about 96 or 97 at the Dome in Tufnell Park, and the club, if you don't know, is known for creating events welcoming all LGBTQ plus people to connect and celebrate their diverse South Asian heritage. So in normal British language, they were the original South Asian, club, South Asian queer club for all kinds of people who wanted to express themselves. To mark the milestone, this 30th anniversary, they've also launched their Where East Meets West multimedia exhibition. It's taking place in Islington Museum. We'll find out a bit more about that in a couple of minutes. But I just want to say hello to the club co-founder, Rita Hirani, OBE, and regular club goer. I love a club goer. Used to be that myself back in the day. Dhiren Doshi Smith. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bobby. I couldn't have summarised that any better myself.
So first to you, Rita, because I actually remember you from all those years ago. I could be wrong, but you were on the door the night that I went. I think you were either doing tickets. I don't mean on the door as a bouncer, but I think you were doing the guest list or doing the door. And you're the co-founder. You co-founded this club with British Asian legend, DJ Ritu, MBE.
Absolutely.
So tell me a bit about the genesis of the club.
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. I've been there 30 years. I think I missed a couple, and I was on the door. And in my other hat, I was a bouncer because I was screening people on the door. We needed to keep it a safe space. So I would ask people, are you gay? Or who are you here with? Or name me a gay club. Because in those days when we started, we needed to keep that as a safe space. And we welcomed everyone, but essentially no photos, keep it safe, celebrate, enjoy yourself. So that's essentially the foundation of what Club Carly was about. We named it Carly after DJ Rita and I were having a banter. She was like, let's call it Lakshmi, Club Lakshmi. And I'm like, she's so lame. We can't call it Lakshmi.
Apologies to the obsessive followers of Lakshmi, but we do have a Kali supporter here. I thought I'd be discussing Hindu goddesses today.
It was just the image. We needed something more dynamic. And of course, in the 90s, Kali was celebrated in many different ways. Kali meant black. There was a whole sort of anti-racism work going on. So there were lots of multiple reasons for it. So that was the genesis around Club Carly.
And I just want to quickly pick up on this point. It is very important, I think, in this day and age. Of course, there are battles to be fought. Wherever you are, whoever you are, that kind of policy you had of asking people if they knew what the club was about and protecting people inside, because the closet, especially for South Asian people, is still a closet for many people. So it was very important. And I just want to drill down into that a bit. What was the environment like for South Asian queer people when Club Carly started?
Well, we were there.
At home and in society.
Gosh, I mean, at home, I think we were there. We always existed. It's not a phenomenon. It's not like we didn't exist and now we do. But I think what I noticed was that there was forced marriage, there was community pressures. So people were living this double life in the 80s and 90s. We were there, we were celebrating, but there wasn't anywhere safe to go. You had to leave home. You were rejected by community. And then you faced racism out on the scene. If you did try and go out somewhere that was gay, that might accept you.
So the queer scene, which wasn't South Asian centric.
That's right. Yeah. It was all very, very white. I mean, you just didn't feel safe anywhere. So you were not only dealing with your own community, then you were dealing with the racism out there. So it was really, really important to have that safe space. And I think even now, that's not really massively changed. We're more accepting, but the community, I mean, South Asian communities are built on solid foundation. So you step out of line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. And we have a lot of stigma, not just around being gay, disabilities, age. You do anything that's out of line, you're out. And so I think for us, we're still dealing with that. We're still educating around that. We're still trying to say, look, we're human beings and we all want a life where we can love, just be who we are, be part of society, and we love our families.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're doing this on purpose. It's not a phase. We're not out to get anyone or punish anyone. We just want to live life with the freedom and the choices that we have here in the UK.
Some of the saddest stories I've heard during my time, not just as a broadcaster, just talking to people, have come from queer South Asians who've been shunned by their families, and the unbelievable psychological hurt, if you're South Asian, of having your entire family saying, you're fine, live your life, but you're dead to us, you know?
Yes, I mean, that's one of the reasons I think Club Carly evolved and continues to this day, because we started it as a club night, but it became a community, a global community. It's that safe space. So we literally had people who were homeless, who were beaten up by their siblings, parents. We had people, you know, literally just nowhere to go that were homeless. We had people that were forced to get married, and just the trauma of having to juggle all of that. They turned up at Club Carly and they were supported by other people there. They were taken in. And I think that's why the community is so strong and so important. You're absolutely right. I mean, the devastation that this causes, not just to the individual. I mean, I get it with the parents and the pressures that they have. But our message is, come on, you love your kids. You want your kids to be happy, support them.
Yeah.
And it is a process, we get that, but that's why there are so many other organisations and charities and so on. The help is out there.
Yeah. One more question I want to ask you, Rita, and that's, look, I'm a DJ. I've been DJing 24, 25 years. And back in the day, especially, because now everything comes to you via TikTok and Instagram. Back in the day, I'd always read listings and collect flyers and just see what was going on in the South Asian scene. I'd open up, you know, Eastern Eye back in the day and go. And the one thing that always hit me was, I remember always thinking, the two Ritas, all right, or Ritu and Rita, they're just, you can't stop them, because Club Carly nearly every month for 30 years. It's just always gone on. It's, yes, I know it's an institution and it's much more than a club night, but I don't think people understand how through, you know, famine and good times and great harvest, and then when things went quiet again, you guys just still opened your doors every month and have for the last 30 years. What is it within you two that just gives off so much tenacity? Because that's my one takeaway from following your journey over the last 30 years?
I think it's team effort. So when Rita plays her music, I mean, you can be white, you can be black, you can be South Asian, doesn't matter. Music is magic. It connects people. You don't need to understand the words. You know what I'm talking about. So that's joyful. It's celebratory. It's uplifting. You combine that with my passion, and if anyone says no, I'm determined to like turn that around. It's like, no, what does that mean? It doesn't exist. I'm just like, my background is domestic violence, creating safe spaces, allowing people to have a space where they can grow and transform their lives and turn it around. So with 40 plus years of that, there is no stopping me. You are not going to stop me. So you put that passion and drive with the music and the magic created. That's what's kept us going. And even through COVID, people were saying, mental health, people started talking about it. That's where some of the stories that you've heard, they started to come out. It's so powerful, and we continue to connect on Zoom.
I love that. All right, I'm going to play a tune, which I'm not saying it's a de facto South Asian gay anthem, but I've heard this very often at various South Asian queer nights, and a lot of my queer friends really love this tune. We'll be back straight afterwards. Want to find out about this exhibition, and also, Dylan, I want to find out about your experience of everything Club Carly's about. I'm not going to name the tune because I think most of you will understand. Your 30th anniversary shindig, and you're going to be celebrating all year round. But there is this exhibition. So Just explain the exhibition to me.
Well, we got a grant from the National Lottery Heritage Fund, and over 30 years, we're losing people. You know, people grow old and they pass on or pass away. Those stories and those voices are really, really powerful. Just as Dhiren explained, like why Club Carly is important. What impact did it have? How did it change our lives or save our lives? We want to hear about those stories and leave that legacy for the next generation or for other clubs to be inspired. So what we did, 30 years, 30 stories, recorded them, got podcast series, we've got all the memorabilia, we've got people's outfits. It's like a Bollywood dream come true. We've got things that are really precious to people and symbolise Club Carly. So we're recreating a sense of the club at Islington Museum. Opens on Thursday, the 28th of August for 6 weeks. So come along and experience it. The music, the magic, the joy, because this is our home. It's a home away from home. And we want everyone to experience it. We want everyone to understand the trials and tribulations, the journey that got us here, because not all of us survived that journey.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, what's really interesting, I think, is, people love documentaries. What's great about streaming TV services and podcasts is kind of proved that everyone loves entertainment, but this historical, this narrative, this fact-based stuff is really important. So this is probably, just to really drill down into the niche of this, the first ever art exhibition that celebrates queer South Asian clubbing culture.
Absolutely, yes. And I think it is celebration. That's really, really key. And celebration in all its wider form. Everything from the music, the sounds, the smell, the colours, the decor, the incense that we used to light it was actually to hide the smell of the toilets, but...
I remember the dome in Tufnell Park. The dome in Tufnell Park, you could smell the toilets before you went into the actual dome.
Yes. Shh.
No longer.
Absolutely, no longer, because we were waving the incense around. So I think it's really, really important, because memories are made of all those senses. And it's really important for us to actually leave that legacy. So it's 6 weeks of just come along. It's free, and experience the joy that we all felt and shared. And hopefully, if you know family members or people around you, this, I hope, will give you some ideas and inspiration on how to support you and understand what people around you are going through.
And once again, you told us the dates. We know it's in Islington. Where's the best place to keep updated on all things related to Club Carly?
All things related to Club Carly, clubcarly.com.
There you go, clubcarly.com. Thank you so much for coming in. Rita Hirani, OBE, and also Dhiren Doshi Smith as well. It's an absolute joy, and an absolute joy seeing you, Rita, maybe 30 years after I saw you last.
Yes, thank you so much.
Slightly grey hair with both of us, even though I've attempted to cover mine up with boot polish.
But we're still dancing.
Yeah.
We're still standing and we're still dancing.
That's important.
More power to you, sister. More power to you as well. So